I'm sitting here at La Ventana El Mar having a little lunch. Now, the day before, I talked about being 3-0. How were we yesterday?
3-0.
What we have?
Tigers, Phillies, Orioles.
What was the fourth game in the parlay?
St. Louis.
For managed members. Now, I did a video yesterday, a little snap update at Snapchat as well as on Instagram. Again, if you're not following me on both. It's the same name, at John's Syndicate. Can you hold this for a second, like that? Thank you. At John's Syndicate. Let me straighten it. He's so huge you can't. So, Mike here, gracias, was on a trip. You went scuba diving, we'll talk about that in a minute. But he came back, all of his clients were freaking out because they didn't have any plays. But if you're a managed member, and you let us do the work for you, you weren't 1-0, you weren't 2-0, you were 3-0, and then you possibly, if you had the right odds, had a 4-teamer with all 3 games with St. Louis plus the 1.5. Now, why, yesterday somebody said to me, why did you take Detroit plus 1.5 minus 190 in the parlay as opposed to at a pick'em? Well, the answer is this: the odds are always in your favor when you're getting the run line, not laying the run line. I also played Baltimore straight up plus 1.5 minus 150 and then plus the dog money. So you always want to take, if you can get that plus 1.5, take that insurance run, because remember, as we said on other videos, you don't get to pick who the dog is, right, Mike?
That's correct.
You know we're in the islands. You got Bob in the background. He's jamming. You know what else is jamming? These games. So yesterday I went on Instagram and I talked about if you were going to hedge or not to hedge. Well, I don't hedge to lose money and I don't hedge to break even. I hedge to make a guaranteed profit. This is sports trading at its finest. Do you understand? I'm here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Pan it out a little, show 'em. I'm not here working on my suntan. I'm wearing slacks. I'm going to a meeting after this video, and I'm meeting some huge international clients that flew in from Midway, as well as sources from Costa Rica. This is not all fun and games. I had a guy send me a snap yesterday. He said, "What a life you and Mike lead." Yeah, Mike took a little vacation. I gave him a 3-hour break so he could go snorkeling. How was that, by the way?
Fantastic.
But what you have to understand is, when I say global, not local, I mean that at the time of doing this video, I already have a Sweden Allsverken, apology to all Swedish people, game in, because we don't care what shape the ball is. In addition to the 3-0 in baseball yesterday, and then the hedge parlay which guaranteed a profit, whether the Cubs won or whether the parlay hit with St. Louis plus 1.5, or whether you won both, we also were 5-1 in international soccer. If you want to profit from the same games the wise guys, when I implore you, pick up the phone, call the office. I can't say call Mike at the office because Mike is right here. Hand me the phone, Mike. Now, Mike, let's talk about it. You had guys blowing you up yesterday. Not really interested again in international soccer, but let's talk about that. Now we have this weekend pro leagues in Europe playing in the States as close as Washington, D.C.
Right,
so
Wednesday.
Tell everybody about that. What's that about?
The International Confederations Cup comes out here. It's where the international teams from all the different leagues are coming out to play like a friendly, and it's pretty much for the fan base, but there's an edge in the game because in these type of games there's unlimited substitutions. These teams are playing for contracts, so this is their off season. Besides their main league, but there's a lot of important key positions that are still up there, just like training camp. So just like preseason you can make money with, these are the type of games you could do very well with if you really pay attention to what's going on.
Now listen, we're talking about preseason. The Hall of Fame game is right around the corner.
August 3rd.
And everybody's going to get hyper obsessed with football. We're not. We're not, because we're already playing football. We're playing football. We're playing CFL Canadian football. It doesn't matter. If you are simply doing this as a lifestyle changer, you don't need somebody to tell you they're the greatest prognosticator in the world. I fly around the world meeting the sharpest players in the world and sources and syndicates in the world, and I do the work for you. So if you want to come in from the outside, even though it's too beautiful for me to say come in from the outside, come into the inside, call Mike at the office later this week or call now. And you'll be very glad you did. Good day and good luck. Anything else to say?
You got it all covered.
All right. Now it's time to go get a cortado.